What's the word, y'all? It's Davion Seen It. I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Snowfall Season 5, the season finale. Now, if you're new, hit that like and subscribe button, please. Let's get right into the video. Now, I want to say that this season finale topped all of the other season finales prior because we got a little bit more straight to the point. It was a little bit more action packed, and that's not something we usually see in the Snowfall season finales. They don't really go the traditional explosive route like they do in other TV shows. But anyway, this was its strongest season finale. Now, the family fracturing like how it is, I mean, just think about it. Sissy is going to be at a crossroads with Jerome and Louie. So, in order to help Franklin, she's going to have to cut ties from her own brother and her sister-in-law. So, that's definitely going to cause some tension in the next season. Now, Sissy being and working with KGB, if I got that right, KGB, working with the Soviet Union basically to take down Teddy, is going to reinforce Franklin to avenge his father, And don't believe for a minute that Franklin isn't messed up about his father. He is. Now, I want to talk about, what's his name, Avi's death and how unfortunate it was to see it, but he had it coming because he wasn't loyal to anyone. He gave up names. I mean, just because he didn't give up Franklin in particular doesn't mean that he was going to stay loyal to Franklin for long. And of course, he ends up getting his life taken because he can't be trusted. He knows too much. And, I'm going to miss Avi and, his flamboyant outfits and his jiggy lifestyle. He was a fly old man. So rest in peace, you golden rat. And if you know why I called it golden, go back to season 1 and try to connect what I just said. All right, please do that. All right. Now, Louie seems like she can't handle what Franklin has been going through. Now, in prior seasons, Franklin and Louie had built the business up together when they stepped in and did their first transaction with Claudia. Now, Jerome, on the other hand, wanted a more simpler life, wanted to stick to selling his weed and then doing his workout and just listening to funk music. But of course, Louie comes from the slums, and she done seen, like from the outside looking in, the golden lavish lifestyle. So that's what she wanted since she was a little kid. And if you want a refresher, go back to my other video where I speak about Louie being Jerome's downfall. It's being discussed on that one. Now, can Louie handle Reed? Can she handle being on top? Because the first time she handled business with him, she was stressing out and she was begging for Franklin to come back. Now, in this episode, you see Franklin begging to come back to Louie. He needs her help. Now, I have a feeling that in the next season, that is going to be the other way around. So it comes down to this, that they need each other, but they have to stop bickering. They have to focus on the real true enemy here, and that's Teddy. Because make no mistake that in the next season, that Louie, oh yeah, she's going to feel some tension from Teddy. She's going to feel that pressure. And then old Franklin is not going to be anywhere to be found. And matter of fact, he might be coming for you. Or Kane may be coming for you. Now, Franklin got on his real dog, like he was on some real G. You know what I'm talking about? He had Diamond, Black Dallas. I keep messing up their names. Oh, give me a second. It's Black Diamond and Dallas. Black Diamond and Dallas. Black Diamond and Dallas rolled up. They robbing Louis' spots. Franklin wasn't having a good episode. And towards the end, when he was robbing Louis' spots and taking all the money. And you get Louis and Jerome, they get word back from it. And so now they in trouble. But the only thing is, their money's not going to be seized. They can make that back. I don't know about what Franklin's going to do. So you have Franklin and Louis meet up together. And Franklin is just pissed off. Now, I understand why Franklin feels the way that he feels towards Louis. But you can't really say it's her fault. Now, I know I'm still Team Franklin. It's still, I ain't going to get crazy on here. But still forget Louie. You know what I'm saying? And what she did was foul. But in this case, it wasn't her fault. She didn't even know that was going to backfire like the way it did. And so Franklin pulls out the strap. I mean, my man was not playing no games. He was ready to end it all. I felt like it reminded me of Power when Ghost and Tariq was having their interaction, and then Tariq pulled the trigger and took out his own father. I hate how they wrote that. That was stupid. But anyway, Franklin gets ambushed, not really ambushed, but gets hemmed up by your boy Lonnie Richie, your boy Buckley. And so now Buckley is a rogue officer. He's basically a free agent, not necessarily, but he works under Louie. So now he's going to be able to look out. And so anything that's legal or illegal, he got that covered. You know what I'm talking about? Because he doesn't answer to anyone but Louie, And, I didn't want Franklin to shoot Louie necessarily. I just wanted it to be a little bit more tension. But just think about this, and mark my words, when season 6 come out next February, come back to this video. All right, I'm about to say something. Don't be surprised if Aunt Louie tells Jerome what happened and what Franklin did. Don't be surprised if he's going to be mad like a raging bull towards Franklin. And Sissy's going to have to protect Franklin from Jerome. And that's going to make the beef, that's going to make things even worse. I'm telling you, the family's going to break apart. You think it's fractured, it's going to break apart next season permanently. Now, let's get to your boy Teddy, who did my man Franklin dirty, man. Why you do that to that man? He said he wanted out the game. Why you got to be all petty? Now, of course, he's going to use that money to buy himself back into the CIA operation. And, one thing I was thinking about is, when 1986, when does the Nicaraguan war end? Is this signifying that Teddy is finishing off his things that he has to do to fund the war? Is the war coming to an end? Is that why he's trying to get back into the CIA legit? You know what I'm talking about? I'm feeling like, because I know it's going to be the end game at some point. I mean, season 6 is the end game, but it's just something to think about. Gustavo tried to get out the game. Now, as much as we wanted Gustavo to help Franklin fight Teddy, we understood, at least I understood, why he couldn't, because he has the girl, the kids, and he just wants to live a peaceful life. I mean, he found out he's been bugged, and they have to get the money and get up out of there. And, I was rooting for Gustavo, and I said in my prediction video that was Gustavo who's going to get hemmed up from the boys. Now, your boy, Dan Marino, comes out the cut. Now, if you don't know who he is, I hope I'm getting his name right. I hope I am. It's been a minute, but Agent Marino. Yeah, we'll go with that. Agent Marino, if you don't remember who he is, go back to season 2. He was on the whole Louis Lueva's case in season 2. Yeah, I'll try to remember everything. But your boy shows up, and now there's their second interaction with each other, their second encounter. So now for season 6, this is going to be really crazy, and it's going to be a lot thrown in Gustavo's face. And I don't know if he's going to break, but that kind of stuff can break you. And then he's going to be reminded about Lucia. That's going to trigger some emotions. Your boy Gustavo is not going to have a good season. I promise you. Now you get Franklin and the crew, Black Diamond and Dallas and Kane's crew walking down like some OGs. And then when they cue that music in for Phil Collins, I can feel it in the air. I'm talking about, they've been playing some really heavy hitters this season. Like, don't even cap, bro. They've been playing some bangers. But when they played that song during the montage and Franklin did that little John Wick style with the two quick shot, the two shot with the quickness, I thought that was fire. And then they was walking down the hallway mobbing like we deep, you know what I'm saying? And then they finally show us the scene. We finally get to the scene where we've been waiting on the whole entire season, since we've been getting teased with it. The interaction with Kane and Franklin. And it wasn't even an interaction. No conversation. All my man's did was Louie on some ASMR type stuff. And you should see how your boy Kane just started getting livid. So Louie has a lot on her plate because of Franklin. Now, don't be surprised that at some point in season 6, where Franklin becomes a real headache, and that Teddy is going to force Louie to kill Franklin. I can see that happening. I can see a lot of twists and turns going on. Now we get towards the end of the episode where Sissy is talking about she's from KGB, been working with them. and how she can help Franklin get Teddy. And yo, that was a hell of a way to end the season off with Straight Outta Compton playing in the background. Now I read up about the songs that was being played in this episode. I read somewhere where the producer, I'm sorry, not the producer, Phil Collins wasn't really feeling them using his song, but eventually he gave them permission, and how they cheated a little bit to go 3 years later to get Straight Outta Compton and play that song when it's 1986. I like that, and I felt that was necessary. Um, one more thing I want to talk about is a few things I missed. I want to talk about Leon and Wanda going off to Africa. Now, Leon says that he's going to get out the game if Franklin gets out the game, and he suggests that his crew get out the game. Now you got ignorant Big Dion talking about, well, if you leave, I'll take charge. I mean, you just can't tell people like him anything. And you see that when Wanda comes and greets Leon and shows him that she got the passports, you can see that you would think that he'll be a little bit more happy. But for some reason, he's looking at all the carnage go around. And yes, I say carnage because why are you firing gunshots at a party in the middle of the projects? And you can kind of tell that he doesn't want to leave his people because that's been his goal in the beginning of the season, where he's been saying that I don't want to leave my people behind. I must look after my people. But now he's thinking different because he wants to be with Wanda. But I don't know if that's going to change things. I mean, bro, don't let Wanda do all that for no reason. You see she's actually trying to change. Now we get your girl Veronique. She's about to start showing us how loyal she is. Now, for all y'all talking trash out there about her ways and how y'all can't trust her and where's the baby bump, calm down. I feel like Veronique is going to help Franklin. Now, I don't know if they're going to get the money back in particularly, but however you say it, I'm tripping right now. But I feel like something else is going to be more rewarding with her being on Franklin's side. So I look forward towards season 6. I'm glad that they didn't kill off Jerome, even though I think he might be having his final destination next season. I'm glad they didn't get rid of Veronique on some dramatic type stuff like they always try to do. And just all of our characters made it. All of our favorite beloved characters made it to the next season. So definitely someone has to get dropped off. And your boy Avi, let's just give a moment of silence for Avi. Rest in peace, bro. Anyway, now I want to talk about the season 5 as a whole from an unbiased standpoint. Now, I feel like this season was a little too story driven. I missed the social aspect of it because in the last season they always gave us these different layered stories, these subplots that had something to do with the actual plot itself. You seen life how it was for the fiends, the cops, even the people affected by crack in different ways, children being killed. You got to see these social aspects, and I felt in this season, even though it was a little bit of that, we didn't get enough. It was teasing. Now, I will say I still like how they have their connections to history, but it was lacking in this season. Now, I felt like there could have been more storylines to be I'm messing up right now, to be used, like Man Boy's crew coming for revenge, diving more into what happened to Alton in Cuba, and just so much more. And then why is Scully just so? I know they doing it's a business move, but like I felt like that could have been done a little bit more realistically. One thing I don't like about Snowfall is that they have these characters that they tease us with, and they be real intimidating, but then they get castrated before they can even get to that peak. And it's like, I felt like with Scully, I felt like they wasted his character. It was so much potential for him to be like on the level of Gus as far as just bad guy-ism. And Kane just being that secondary villain, you just cripple them too early. And so now we get left with Franklin not having any real enemies, because all of his real enemies, they're in business together, and it's understandable. But how many times we're gonna be going in business together when you was my op first? I mean, I need to see Franklin have enemies. I need to see more. I need to see something. I need to see something that talks about crack babies. I want to see that. I want to see more of the militarization of the police when they started raiding the projects. I want to see more of that. And I know not a lot of it can be dramatized because gentrification is here, and a lot of those areas where those things happen at, they don't really carry the same essence because you have all these high price condo buildings taking that. So, but y'all can work y'all magic. The tiger scene, um, I tried to defend that episode, that scene, but it's just hard for me to defend. You know, it just wasn't. It felt a little too random. It was just a lot of hits that took with this season, and I felt like the writing got a little. I don't want to say sloppy. I mean, the writing for a show, for like a drama show, without the historical accuracies, if it's just like a regular crime show, I will be like, yo, this writing is amazing. Like, the writing is still good, but it just was missing something that we all love. It was that golden, that essence, that John Singleton touch. And I've been saying that even though it doesn't have John Singleton's touch, it's still a good show. I mean, season 4 proved that. I just felt like with season 5, they kind of got a little lazy, and you know, it was too much that was lacking. But anyway, I'm gonna give this season a B-, man. That's all. The other seasons are A's, but this one, hopefully next season will be a little bit better. But that's my review. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm gonna have some more videos out for y'all this week, and y'all stay tuned. I'm up out of here. Y'all be easy.